anger, sadness, torment. Every negative emotion imaginable is targeted at me.
It was that witch who both spread the plague and set the demons up to attack us.
Yeah, that witch is the root of all evil. The vampire seduced her into selling out our village. She has to pay!
My body is bound to the pole and set afire. The flames instantly spread and begin enveloping my body. Even more painful than the flames searing my skin is watching the sudden transformation of the villagers who were once so kind. Poor harvests, the plague, demon attacks. After all sorts of misfortune befell the village, everyone became so suspicious that they lost sight of the truth. That's when they reunited under the common goal of killing me. I can't stop them anymore. That's how much stress and fear pressured the villagers' hearts. No matter how much I plead, no one will listen. It's just like I saw my premonition. I really was destined to die.
Tatiana the witch, accept your punishment.
We'll be in trouble if she uses magic on us. Let's hurry and kill her!
As my consciousness fades in my mind, I picture two young boys, one sweet and blonde-haired, one troublemaker with blue hair. In the face of my dearest love. When I told Harold I was going to my village, the look on his face was almost laughably pitiful, as if he were close to bursting into tears. I realized painfully well just how strong he cared about me.
I pray that in exchange for my life, peace will come to the villagers' hearts. And I pray for happiness for Harold, who loved me, and for all of his family.
Rain hasn't fallen for days and days, and the crops have withered and died. A plague has spread throughout the village, and the villagers, primarily children, succumb one after the other. Anyone who goes into the forest to gather food is attacked by demons. As those conditions wear on, the villagers become weary and exhausted. Even with my magic, it was all I could do to keep things from getting worse. As a representative of all the villagers, I've come into the forest to search for the castle belonging to vampires, who are believed to be the source of the plague. To be honest, until I saw this, I wasn't even convinced that vampires actually existed. There's a castle in this remote region. The edifice towering before my very eyes must be the vampire castle I've heard of from the rumors. I drop my courage and head for the castle entrance. As if there's no expectation that anyone might come inside, the door isn't locked, nor is there even a guard. After easily entering the castle, I head down the dark hallway. Still on high alert, I'm just about to climb the stairs leading to the second floor when... Is that a song? The voice sounds like the youthful tone of a child. Surely it's not a child who was kidnapped by the vampires. I go closer to the direction of the voice and softly speak. Hello? At that instant, the song stops. I'm Tatiana. I live in a village near here called Nahem. Who
are you? Before I can ask that, a blonde-haired young boy leaps out from behind the curtain and runs away. I immediately start to chase after him, but the very next moment... What now? The chandelier swings in an unnatural way, and then begins to fall straight on top of me. Oh, magic power lying dormant in the earth! Give me your strength! Once I shout that out, the chandelier slows down, then hits the ground just a few feet away. Thanks to changing the path of its fall with magic, I didn't get hurt. But is it coincidence that a chandelier would fall right on top of me at just the right moment? As I'm wondering that, footsteps echo around me. Then...
I thought I sensed the strange presence. So you're a witch, huh? Alfred sure lured a pest into the castle this time.
I hear a child's voice, different from the one that was singing.
Unless you want to die, you'd better get out of here. If you don't, you'll incur the anger of the progenitor of all vampires.
Vampires? Wait, please let me explain!
Goodbye.
I follow after the fading presence, running through the dreary halls. When I follow the boy's trail, I wind up in a garden of roses. Oh no, I completely lost sight of him. I thought he ran off this way. But anyway, what a huge garden this is. I wonder if those people I just ran into are the ones taking care of these roses. As I'm gazing at the beautifully blossoming rose petals, I hear the crunch of footsteps on the grass coming up from behind me. Perfect timing. I wanted to ask you something.
Human. It's so human.
Or maybe not. I'll try someone else. I knock away the man's hands reaching out toward me and get into position, ready to use magic at any moment. Since it doesn't seem like I'm going to get any answers out of you.
Give me your blood, human!
The man waves around the shears he was about to use and starts to attack me. Because of that, red rose petals flutter up into the air. See, I knew it. You look like a gardener from your clothes. But you're thoughtless enough to knock off the petals of these carefully tended roses? Don't you think the owner of this castle's going to be angry with you?
Lord! Lord!
The gardener turns his red-eyed gaze on me as he licks his lips. Then he crouches down like an animal and lunges at me, aiming for my neck. If I'm going to stop him, I just need one good shot. Now! The very moment the man's fingers are on me, I release my magic. How do you like this? Previously certain of his victory, the man's expression now grows tense. The water vapor in the air turns to ice and reaches the man's body. Almost.
I thought I heard some sort of commotion. I see we've had a mouse sneak in.
Oh, Harold.
So, did you enjoy your little hunt? Not that I expect I'll get an answer at this point.
What did you just do? Before the ice I created can hit the man, his head had fallen on the ground.
That was quite courageous, trying to sneak a taste ahead of your master. But because of you, the roses we worked so hard to grow are soiled with blood. How truly vexing.
The man, who is called Harold, looked down at the now motionless gardener and then immediately turns away as if losing interest. Wait! Harold, right? Wasn't that man a friend of yours?
Until a few minutes ago, he was. I deemed him unnecessary, so I got rid of him. But I suppose I was slightly hasty. I'll need a new gardener again. Sheesh, it's just trouble after trouble.
How can you say such horrible things?
What are you so offended by? You should be thanking me. I saved you from being attacked by him.
Even without your help, I had the ability to stop that gardener without killing him.
I don't often see such strong-willed courageousness. Perhaps it's because you're a witch.
Huh?
You stand before me, the progenitor of vampires, and boldly give your opinions without humility or fear. A truly foolish act. However, I don't dislike fools as much as some might think.
What are you doing? Let me go!
You brazenly waltzed right into a vampire castle, all by yourself. You will regret being so careless.
Stop! When I look at my wrists restrained by Harold, I see blood running where his nails dig into my skin. He's so strong. There's no way I can possibly explain the situation with my village now. What in the world should I do? Harold's other hand grasps my chin.
On closer inspection, you have somewhat pleasant features. Maybe I'll let you live after I take your blood and keep you as my personal maid.
what a fantastic idea. I would love that.
What do you mean?
I walked around the castle a little bit before I came into the garden here, and I noticed there was a lot of dust built up in the corners of the hallways. This is such a large castle. It'll quickly get dirty if you even slightly slack off on cleaning it. Harold makes a suspicious face as he looks at me. What would you say to hiring a janitor to clean all the nooks and crannies, as well as a gardener the castle now needs, thanks to you? And on top of that, someone with the knowledge and magic that only witches know, all in one person. I'll take on all of those duties, and I'll share my knowledge as well. In exchange, I want you to let me stay in this castle as a human.
Oh?
The reason is simple. I still want to stay as a human. Plus, it'll be easier for me to clean while living as a human. That's all I ask. What do you say? I think it's a pretty good deal if I say so myself.
Alright. I just so happen to have some extra time on my hands, so I'll play along with your little charade.
With a decisive sneer, Harold releases me. Looks like I talked my way out of that dilemma. Now I can investigate the cause of the plague. As I'm breathing a sigh of relief, Harold comes to a halt.
Oh, I almost forgot. What will you do if I break my promise and attempt to take your blood?
I'll use forbidden magic that no one but witches know to punish you.
Well. I'll be careful to avoid displeasing you at all costs.
After saying that, Harold slowly begins to walk. The place Harold leads me to is a salon. Once I hesitantly enter the room, I find a nervous-looking young man with blonde hair and a disgruntled boy with blue hair.
Rupert, that's the person we saw earlier.
What is that witch doing with Harold? I assumed you lured her in. Did you not?
The young man named Rupert turns his gaze to Harold.
Harold, if you're having a friend come over, couldn't you please tell it from the beginning? I very nearly killed that witch by smashing her under the chandelier. She did skillfully manage to dodge it, though.
So it was that boy who tried to kill me earlier. Who are those children?
They're relatives of mine. The blue-haired boy is Rupert, and the blonde one is Alfred.
If you're a friend of Harold's, I won't harm you again. But I won't welcome you here either. I'd appreciate you leaving as soon as you finished your business here.
After pointedly announcing that, Rupert sits in a nearby chair. I understand Rupert being wary of me as an outsider. But I'm also curious about his standoffish attitude towards Harold, too. Right after I briefly introduce myself, a man clothed like a butler brings water to the table.
This man is Raymond. He takes care of my personal needs. He's a dear friend of mine, so if you ever try any funny business on him, I'll kill you.
You sure have a vicious way of talking. I get the idea. After watching Harold take a sip from his glass, Alfred and Rupert continue.
Anyway, we're done with introductions and eating now, right? I'll be getting back to my room.
Wait, a growing child can't only have water. That's not right.
Huh?
Don't assume we're like humans. We don't normally eat food. We can live on fresh blood alone.
But you can eat, right?
Even if we can, it's not necessary. Can you stop looking at everything from a human perspective? It's been a long time since we were even all together like this in the first place. There's no time to spare on eating.
This is the first time we've talked to Harold in ages, too.
Despite living in the same place, they rarely even speak. That's so sad. The faces of the children in my village who've lost parents and siblings to the plague suddenly flash in my mind. Harold, I'll take on one more job. I'll be in charge of the nutritional management and education of the children. And just so you know, even if you say no, I'll do it anyway.
Suit yourself.
I go into the room prepared for me and lie down on the bed. It was a close call there for a minute, but I managed to get myself into the castle. I I have to find out whether Harold and the other vampires are truly the source of the plague. Confirming my plans for tomorrow, I close my eyes. I have no clue how much time has passed. I wake up to the sound of rustling fabric and ragged breathing. I immediately try to get up, but before I can do so, someone straddles me and pins my wrists to the bed. Who are you? The moonlight streaming in from the window illuminates Harold's face, who's looking down at me.
You're incredibly defenseless for someone who knows they're in a vampire lair.
Harold?
Did you really think I would make a deal with a human? Ha! Now that's a riot.
Harold makes an icy grin and brings his lips towards my neck. What are you doing? Stop it!
You annoying little brat. Don't tell me what to do.
I hear the sound of my skin being punctured at the same time that I'm hit with a fierce pain.
It must hurt, doesn't it? But it'll be better soon. Because there's no pain that can't be outdone by pleasure. I'm going to give your body that pleasure myself.
No! All strength begins leaving my body. The fear and pain of having my blood sucked from me makes my consciousness start to fade. As if realizing I can't fight him off, Harold lets go of my wrists to put his hands on my clothes.
This is my first time being with a witch. Now, let's see what cries of pleasure I get to hear.
As Harold says that, his eyes are the red of blazing flames.